Got Pigman 202 versus Stead. And this is part of the campaign to insist to me that the very, very terrible Dreadquake Mortar is actually fine. It is not. It is not. It's a terrible unit. It will always be a terrible unit. It sucks. Alright, for the High Elves, they did not take any Bolt Throwers. No Sisters of Avalorn, nothing like that to snipe out the Dreadquake Mortar. Do have some Illyrian Reavers. Illyrian Reaver Archers, I should say. 2 Dragon Princes, 2 War Lions of Krace. Teclis, who is the worst High Elf Lord in the entire game. He sucks. 2 Sword Masters of Hoeth, 3 White Lions of Krace, and frickin' Teclis. I just hate him. He's so expensive. He's so expensive all the time on all of his mounts, no matter how many spells you do or don't bring. He sucks. He's terrible. He's trash. Alright. On the other side for the Chaos Dwarves, as I watch the Dreadquake Mortar hit the Sword Masters of Hoeth. We do have the Dreadquake Mortar. A Bale Taurus, Sorcerer Prophet of Death, Fate of Muna, and Spirit Leech. Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders with Spears, the Blazing Beards of Bazrock, backed up by other Chaos Warriors, all with great weapons. And then we have Bull Centaur Hunters with great weapons. And that is it. As another star lights up the sky. Dreadquake misses by a little bit, but he gets some splash damage on the Sword Masters of Hoeth, who are advancing swiftly. If the Sword Masters can get into melee combat before being entirely killed by the Dreadquake, they can cut through Chaos Warriors rather easily. Dragon Princes get a charge on the Blazing Bears of Bazrock and actually get decent damage down considering they're charging Chaos Warriors. Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders will charge back. So another Dreadquake shot goes out. Bomb. Around half HP going to be taken off those White Lions of Krace. Teclis needs to regrowth the Dragon Princess as they're about to take a Fate of Buna. Yeah, there we go. He's going to counter regrowth. That's nice. They're starting to lose models now, so they really need that healing to stay alive. Those two should cancel out for a little bit. Save the Dragon Princes from further destruction. Other Dragon Princes get charged by the Bull Centaur Hunters' great weapons, and they've been stuck fighting against Chaos Dwarf Warriors for a very long time, so Dragon Prince is not having a good go of it at all. War Lions of Krace charge forward, but they immediately tear out off from the giant bulls that are diving down onto them. And Swordmaster still not able to fully get into melee combat yet, as the Dreadquake Mortar still shoots in, though it does miss entirely off that shot, which is nice. And the Bound Fiery Convocation is going to catch some of these Chaos Dwarf Warriors and maybe damage them. Oh, that was big damage. Oh, nice 2-for-1. Really nice cast there. As both those Chaos Dwarf Warriors are going to look to head for the hills. The High Elves try and reclaim a little bit of balance power here. Blazing Beards Bazrock grenading the White Lions of Krace, but the Dragon Princes will charge into them once again, doing a little bit more damage there. High Elves are down on the balance power, but if they can shut down the Dreadquake Mortar, that is a ton of value they can reclaim and get back in this game just fine. But the White Lions of the War Lions of Krace are not going for the Dreadquake Mortar yet. Why? Turn around and kill it, please. They're going to get charged by the Bale Taurus now. I guess they'll take that fight, but the Dreadquake is still firing at the Swordmasters of Hoeth. Gets a decent half shot onto them. Teclis plus the White Lions of Krace now charging up to the Dreadquake Mortar, trying to shut that thing down. It is starting to pile it away a little bit as another regrowth comes through for the Dragon Princes, whose healing cap is already within sight. And they are going to rout off some Goblin Laborers. These are the Dragon Princes are running around with the Blazing Beards of Bazrock, stuck fighting White Lions of Krace. Dreadquake Mortar gets another shot on the Dragon Princes. It is just throwing on guard mode, firing where it can while it's surrounded by all these White Lions. And these regular Lions are kind of just wandering back into the fight, but they need to use their mass and armor piercing to take out the Dreadquake Mortar as both of the Bale Tauruses try and, well, bail out this Dreadquake Mortar. I would not hate for the Dragon Princes to take the fight and just run in the Dreadquake Mortar, but I guess they're trying to avoid the Bull Centaur and use great weapons, so we'll see if they can get away. The Dreadquake Mortar is going to fire again at these other Dragon Princes. More damage onto them. Not crazy damage, but still good damage. Bounce power is evening out a little bit. Illyrian Reaver Archers need to be used to just chase off random shit. Swordmaster's still trying to get back in the fight, and the Dreadquake Mortar is routing at last. So the High Elves can take that out. Get back in on the balance of power. Dragon Prince is going to get a good charge down onto the Blazing Beards of Bazrock. The rear charge should send them routing. And if the High Elves really abuse their mobility advantage, they should be able to chase off all these units and make sure they never come back, leaving just 2 Bulls and the Bull Centaur Renders to try and carry this game, which doesn't seem likely against the Sword Masters and all this stuff. But we'll see. Teclis gets dove on by the enemy Lord, and the Illyrian Reaver Archers are firing in on the Bale Taurus, but they need to chase off that Dreadquake mortar. There they go. They're not going to let it come back. Nice. Dragon Prince is getting to fight the Bale Taurus for a little bit. Flock of Doom hits the Bale Taurus plus these Bull Centaur Renders. And Teclis just tries to stay safe for now as his Dragon Princes will maybe help chase off the Blazing Greats of Bosrock. Illyrian Reaver Archers almost all out of ammo, running down some other things. The Bull Centaur Render is getting danger low. Bale Taurus at about half HP. And to be fair, the Sorcerer Prophet of Death is chilling. Big Fate of Yuna onto an already almost heal-capped Dragon Princes. That should spell the end of them for sure. And the other Dragon Prince is just so wounded, I don't know how much it can even offer to help. But the Bull Centaur Renders, with their great weapons, have taken a lot of damage since we last checked in. A Flock of Doom for Teclis does extra damage to them. But I wonder, are the Flock of Dooms really doing that much work, or could Teclis be focusing on regrowths for maybe the Sword Masters of Hoeth or something? Don't know. Nice job here from the High Elves, chasing off all this extra stuff. Illyrian Reaver Archers and War Lions of Krace, making sure nothing comes back. Teclis and a metric shitload of infantry, trying to deal with these Bale Tauruses. One has all 3 of its breath attacks, and the Lord has 2, so there's 5 breath attacks left between these guys. The Lord is going to chase off the Dragon Princes and War Lions. We are getting a little spooked. Also, these Illyrian Reavers have been taking damage from the Dreadquake Mortar somehow. I don't know how, but they have actually been taking damage from it, because they definitely weren't this damaged before. Dreadquake comes back while this close to enemy units. That's kind of insane. And the Bale Taurus might have gotten a breath attack off while we weren't looking. Unsure. Dreadquake Mortar turns, and while it's shattered and routing and dead, it gets one last shot off, which gets a little bit of tertiary damage onto the Sword Masters and White Lions of Krace. Dreadquake is dead. All these other routing units are dead. For the Chaos Dwarves, it is 5 versus 339. Fast forward while these sides regroup a little bit. Bull Centaur Render is going to rout just from the thought of coming over here. And the Bale Taurus charges in, but a big breath attack from the enemy Lord takes out a lot of enemy models. Oh, 2 White Lions are already terror routing. Looks like a Sword Master is also going to go that way. Both Sword Masters are going to terror out away, leaving Teclis all alone. Teclis takes a lot of damage in melee, plus a Spirit Leech on top of him. And the enemy Lord is still at full HP, probably partially due to his Chalice of Blood and Darkness whenever Teclis casts those Flock of Dooms. Army losses hits the poor High Elves, and that is GG, as the Dreadquake Mortar gets a win. 2,800 value. Bale Taurus and the Lord did just fine. Chaos Dwarf Warriors, Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders, mixed value overall. GG. For Stead, Teclis sucks. I hate Teclis. I hate him. I hate him. Sword Masters of Hoeth did not do very much, unfortunately for them. War Lions and Dragon Princes struggled a little bit. It was nice to have mobility, but they did struggle. The White Lions of Krace and the Illyrian Reaver Archers did well. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.